everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today we have an exciting matchup between two teams looking to perform on a big stage. It's the Chargers going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the now Los Angeles Chargers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be brought out by their QB, the former number 10 overall pick in the draft from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time... And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon, 22 carries, 101 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Second down, Rivers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, They go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. Power running by Zeke. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now the first carry for Matt Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And he's got it up and through. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Matt Jones touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is knocked down from the side, near the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On third down, Rivers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On first down, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
When you first see Joey Bosa, he's going to capture your attention. He's a big guy, kind of exuberant on the field, loves to play the game. What often gets overlooked about him, though, is his technique. Tremendous hand placement, able to take offensive tackles and work them back towards the quarterback. Had 10.5 sacks as a rookie in 2016.
On second down, Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20, 10, 5, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. To throw is Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Novak to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Novak out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Powers through. Flushed out right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Mahomes now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
What stands to reason they give Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Last year, led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second-place David Johnson.
Yeah, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Stays on his feet. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You thinking that might be a better way to go?
Kicker, yeah. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. On 1st and 10, Rivers trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4.
And look at this, another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Elliott a first down and more. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say
imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw in that play. No gain.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a first down. Rivers now to throw on first down, and that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. So Phillip Rivers getting looked at on the sidelines. And they'll hand the reins over now to the veteran backup, Kellen Clemens. Going underneath for Gordon. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So out come the Chargers. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's all.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Detroit! Detroit! That's it, Leopard! Let's go!
And he's got some space here. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This guy spent 5 years as a Charger, Darren Sproles. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mahomes on the bootleg. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it with Sproles. Oh, and now he bowls it over. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Travis Benjamin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking deep for Crabtree. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Mahomes now on first down. And he finds Beasley complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back there, here we go. All right, here we go. Boom, all right, now, lucky 56. Lucky, here we go now.
Now it's Mahomes again. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And now running right through it. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say that's a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No, check, Patriot.
try to run it in with Elliott. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Mahomes to throw, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder, with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first-half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet. A first-down throw here for Rivers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Rivers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally as well as your team.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 42. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 1st down, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. The Cowboys are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Chargers won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Chargers have possession early in the first. Henry's wide open here on the catch, and it leads to a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10, Jones is going to shift out to the right side, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Cowboys tied up at 7. Chargers on 2nd and 7. Gordon's going to break into the secondary. He'll pick up more than 60 yards on the play. Continuing on the drive, Allen's got nobody around him on the catch, and this play will go for a 6. That puts them up by a touchdown. Offense on the field now after the pick. Ball's going to be up for grabs here. Now after the fumble, Witten's going to haul in the pass. This play goes for a score. Cowboys go up by 1. Now 1st and 10, Benjamin's got nobody around him on the deep pass. This play goes for a score. Chargers tied up at 21.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 24 all. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And some room to work. Sproles so quick and agile. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Mahomes now to throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Halfback sent in motion. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
For Cowboys fans, I think that's a sight for their sore eyes because in 2016, they didn't see as much of this as they expected from Dez Bryant. Had some injuries and, of course, the emergence of Ezekiel Elliott.
Right, so under 800 yards last year. Bryant expects to be over 1,000 every season.
Every season, and expects every ball to be thrown to him.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come up in an offset eye. Now Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. The quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have broken the tie. Here's Bailey now for the extra point.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
Whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run with Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A gain of 3, second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they have regained the lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Here's Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Chargers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Third and long for Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
No, check, Patriot.
They go play action. Now Mahomes being chased out left. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So on third down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked. Got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work. Like, what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it. And in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
He's airing it out for Williams. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Rivers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And shutting him off, now open field. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Our focus now moving to Dez Bryant as he heads back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end of the half.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Jones with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 33. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Corey St. Legion in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
It finally got one. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.